Hello, magical people. Welcome to the Noonlight Cafe. Here, I dive into all things that speaks to the hero's journey, and that hero is, of course, you. I am Arabelle. Now let's get into this mind meld. Today, I want to talk about what it means to have a strong conviction, why it's important, and how it guides you, as well as how it's guiding me on my spiritual journey. So ever since I can remember, ever since I was a little kid, I have always been intrigued by all the different schools of thought, right? I grew up as a Catholic. At some point, for a very short time, I studied with Jehovah's Witness. They knocked on my door all the time, so that's why it was easy to find me. And then when I was a teen, in my mid-teens, I joined a cult. Didn't know it was a cult back then. That's a whole other video that we'll get into one day. But yeah, joined the cult. So ever since I was a kid, all the different spiritual schools of thought really perked my interest. Really loved the stories that you'd find in the Bible. Love the creation story, and was always intrigued by the relationship that we have as humans have with this unseen God, unseen, unheard God, and how he created us, why he created us, the love that he had for us, and all the crazy stories that you find in the Bible. I'm really deep into storytelling, so I find that the Bible has the most amazing stories that you'll ever come across. So going back to the cult, during my time there at some point, we started talking about quantum physics. I picked up a book, can't remember the name of the book, but I was completely blown away by the theories, the language, all of the findings that physicists are finding out about the universe. And I saw the correlation between, who we are in relation to the universe, right? Within the language of quantum physics. I felt so spiritually connected to the language, to the theories that are within quantum physics, just as I felt super connected to the biblical stories. So when people ask me if I am religious, I try not to say that I am spiritual. I don't think that just because you are a religious person, that means that you're not a spiritual person. I find that religious people are the most spiritual people that you come across, right? So when it comes to religion, right, and science. I remember one time telling my stepdad that, the language is different, but at the core of what we are trying to achieve or trying to understand is kind of similar. I had a conversation with with a friend of mine at Central Prospect Park one day, and we were having this existential question about why we are here. And it dawned on me, that we, like scientists, religious people, what we're really trying to get at the root of really is to really sit down and have a conversation with God. Whatever that is, right? Have a deep conversation with God and ask, how did you do it? Like, how did you create this like this universe, this reality that is just like so magical, right? So grand and just so, I can't even find the words, right? So I think that when it comes to this, our spiritual relationship with the universe, or this material relationship with the universe, I think we're talking almost about the same thing, but talking about it from different ends of the pole, different ends of the branch, different ends of the tree. And at the root core of this quest is a really strong conviction of our quest, a really strong conviction in our faith, a strong conviction in our belief system, a strong conviction in our observation, right? Scientists, they continue their quest of finding out what is the makeup of the universe. They look at their calculations, they come up with their hypotheses, they observe the universe, they observe the makings of the universe, the makings of, the behaviors of particles, and they build off of all of the things that they found, and as well as the theories that past scientists have come up with, and they prove it. They prove their hypothesis, not all the time, but they prove their theories. And I think that's just amazing that we can actually, as small as we are, as tiny as we are, in relation to the grand observable universe, that we are able to dissect, look at the behaviors of particles, look at the behaviors of stars, and actually we're able to calculate the size of the universe. It's, scientists have, jumped, they leaps and bounds like into what we know about the universe. It's a phenomenal undertaking, right? And then when we go into, the other side in regards to, the spiritual relationship that we have with the universe, the spiritual relationship that we have with this entity, with God. Religious people say that, God is what created us. But that strong conviction that this entity created us, and he or she is looking out for us, and is there for us, and loves us, right? And just having that relationship and that understanding really propels us, really propels humanity into wanting to understand more about ourselves, wanting to understand more about our relationships with one another, and wanting to better ourselves, right? Just based off of that relationship and the strong conviction that we are here for a reason, right? And then if you look at the other side, where it's not about a God entity, it's about consciousness, that there is this God source that resonates throughout the universe, and it's a part of all of us. We are all connected, we are all as one, and we are able, through consciousness, to be able to connect with one another and create our reality. That our mind, our consciousness is the universe, If we just meditate and go deep within, we will find the answers within ourselves, because we ourselves are the universe and we ourselves are gods, right? All of these different, again, schools of thought, I find it to be quite a phenomenal feat that we are able to be here and able to say, yeah, there are scientists, there are religious individuals, and there are people who are just breathing the air and accepting, where we are, and accepting that we are stardust, that we are the universe, right? And again, going back to conviction, all of these different schools of thoughts are all based off of our conviction, right? And so what does that mean for you? Now, let's talk about perspective. I had a conversation with someone. I was talking about this notion, I watched a video that talked about the idea that there is a real strong possibility that we, human beings, are alone within the universe. And it was an interesting theory, and I was talking to a friend of mine about it. And of course, they kind of threw it out the window. But I was hard on just trying to prove to him, just make him just kind of see the argument and how it could be possible. And then I was called a materialist. At that point, I don't know, I think I felt a little insulted, but then I thought about it for a while and I told myself, well, that's okay. It's okay to be a materialist, right? Because I understand there is a purpose for science. There is a purpose for us understanding the physical aspect of our universe, and there is a purpose for understanding the spiritual aspect of our universe. So looking at the universe from different perspectives, I think, is what makes us whole. If it was just from one angle, we wouldn't see the whole. If it was from another angle, we wouldn't see the whole, right? So it's about looking at the universe from different languages, different understandings, different perspectives, and all of these different perspectives are valid. They are valid and they add to the continuation of our education, the continuation of our understanding, and the expansion of our consciousness, of our understanding of our reality. They are all valid, and that goes back to you, my dear hero. Your journey and your perspective is important. No matter what it is, your perspective is valid within this universe. It adds to the whole. It adds to the story. But your perspective is only valid if you continue on with your conviction. Your conviction is what guides you. The conviction that you have within yourself, within your journey, knowing who you are and knowing what it is that you want out of your journey. Continue on that journey, because that conviction will propel you. It will generate results. It will get you to where you are destined to be, or to where you want to be in life. Staying with your conviction is what creates your world and your reality. Scientists, they have a strong faith, like I said, in their calculations, and they're able to tell us that this star, right, provides so much energy to this planet and allow this planet to flourish. And within that flourishing, we were able to create civilizations, amazing civilizations, right? There are some people who say that we've only been here for a few thousand years. I look at the theory of evolution and I find something so spiritually amazing. I'm so spiritually connected to the theory of evolution, because what that tells me is that I am a part of everything. I'm a part of all of the struggles, all of the thought patterns in regards to, let's say, so, they say we come from apes. I may be mistaken if chimps, but just the idea that at some point, the planet, the environment changed, and based off our survival, our need to survive, we made a switch from, what they say, at the molecular structure of who we are. We told ourselves, through our conscious minds, that we need to survive. So we switched, we changed up. We lost our body hairs. When we moved to different environments, our skin tones changed. The things that we ate, how we absorbed them changed, how we digested it changed. And it created all these different civilizations and different schools of thought based off of the need and the desire to survive, and the conviction that we will survive, right? And all of these, again, school of thoughts grounded in the idea, right, that we are a part of the universe. We are one with the universe. The universe is within us. We are stardust, So my dear hero, continue on with your journey. Walk with your conviction. Walk with it. Stay with it, because you will get there. You will get there. The struggle is real. Challenges are real. And your conviction is real. So continue on. Continue on your journey. And that's all I got for you. So what do I say? Like, subscribe if you like what I'm throwing at you. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.